Hello student, today I am taking the class 8 social science history chapter 9 the making of national movement. We will see the year up to 1870 to 1947. What type of struggles are done by our nationalist leaders. So you see, early we have seen near about 200 years our country is dominated by early from the Mughals and the British colonial rulers. So how the nationalism spirit will be immersed in our country? Here see, within about 100 years, the British took control of almost every aspect of the life in Indian peoples. They were exerting control over our resources of India, and even they control the lives of its peoples. So, an awareness of emerged among Indians that the British controls had to end to make in India the country for Indians. So what happened after 1850, many political associations were formed, and most of them were formed in the during 1870s and 1850. And most of these associations which are led by English educated professionals. So some of the important associations were made during that time, and they struggled for the freedom. First one is Purna Sarvajanik Sabha, second one is Indian Association, third one is the Madras Mahajan Sabha, fourth is the Bombay Presidency Association, and next is the Indian National Congress. Now, many of these associations, they function in a specific part of the country. Do you know? They worked with the idea that the people of India should be sovereign. They should be empowered to take decisions regarding their affairs. Means nobody can interfere on the Indian matters. So the dissatisfaction with the British rules among India, so it intensified in 1870s and 1880s. Now, why the peoples will be angered with the British? Because they passed the two acts. These two acts were passed by the British. First one is All Arms Act. This was passed in the year 1878. This act disallowed Indians from possessing arms. Second one, the Vernacular Press Act. It was passed in 1878. The act empowered the government to confiscate the assets of newspaper, including their printing presses. If the newspaper published anything, it should be objectionable. So now there is no freedom for the press also. So government tried to introduce Libet Bill in 1883. Do you know this made provision for the trial of British or European persons by Indians. Thus this bill sought equality between British and Indian judges in the country. But what happened? The Britishers opposed these bills and they forced the government to withdraw it. How the Indian National Congress emerged? Do you know? The Indian National Congress was established in 1885 at Bombay. The early leadership was mainly composed of the people, mostly they belong from Bombay and Calcutta. Some of the important leaders were in this during that time, that was Dadabhai Naoroji, Firoz Shah Mehta, Badruddin Tayyabji, W.B.C. Banerjee, Surendranath Banerjee, Romesh Chandra Dutt and S. Subramania Iyer. A.O. Hume, he played a very significant role in bringing the Indians from the various regions together. So in this way they started working. Now next, how the nation is making this unity. So in its first 20 years when we see the Congress was moderate in its objectives and methods. So it demanded a greater voice for Indians in the government and administration. They demanded that most of the peoples of India should be in the government offices and administrative. So the Congress wanted better representation of India in the legislative councils also. The demands of Congress were, first, Congress made a demand for civil service examination to be held in India. Next demand is the Congress also demanded for the separation of judiciary and executive system of Indians. Next, Congress also demanded the repeal of the Arms Act, the freedom of speech and expression, And economic demands made by the Congress during early periods were, first one is, they demand that reduction in revenue, cut in military expenditures, and more fund for irrigation. Second one, the Congress also passed various resolutions on the salt tax, treatment of Indian laborers abroad, and the suffering of forest dwellers. Third, the moderate leaders wanted to develop some public awareness about unjust natures of the British rule through writing articles and delivering speeches. They believed that the British had respect for the ideals of the freedoms and justice. So they would accept just demands of Indians. What type of now who had written the freedom is our birthright? Now, by the 1890, many leaders like Bipin Chandra Pal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, they began to criticize the moderate their politics of the press. They emphasized that the people must rely on their own strength, not on the good intention of the government, and the people must fight for what? Swaraj. Tilak said, freedom is my birthright and I shall have it. After that, how the partition of Bengal will be done? See, in 1905, Viceroy Lord Curzon, he partitioned the Bengal, which included Bihar and some parts of Orissa, and was the biggest province at that time. So the government, they separated East Bengal and merged it with Assam. And the main motives were to curtail the influences of Bengal politicians and to split the Bengal people. That is why they done the division. The partition of Bengal extremely angered the people all over India. Do you know the large public meetings and demonstrations were held to protest the partition? The struggles against the partition of Bengal came to be known as Swadeshi movement. This movement was the strongest in the West Bengal, but was felt in other parts of the country as well also. It was also known as the Vande Mataram movement in Deltic Andhra Pradesh. Now, what are the main aims of these Swadeshi movements are? First, they oppose the British rule, encourage the ideas of self-help, Swadeshi enterprises, encourage national educations and use of Indian languages, and some radical leaders, they suggested that revolutionary violence to overthrow British rules. And a group of some Muslim landlords and Nawab formed at All Indian League at Dhaka in 1906. The league supported the partitions of the Bengal and they demanded a separate electorate which was conceded by the government in 1909. So the Congress split in 1907 and was dominated by moderate with the Tilak followers functioning from outside. So now the two groups again they reunite in December 1915, and in very next year what happened? The Congress and Muslim Leagues signed together the historical Lucknow Pact and came together for representative government in the country. Later what happened? See, the growth of mass nationalization. After 1919, what happened? The struggle against the British rule gradually became a mass movement involving so many people now joined together like patients, tribals, students, women and factory workers. Now, the First World War changes the economic and political situations in India, and there was a sharp price rise which increased the problems for the common people. So, what about these business group peoples? So, do you know the business group peoples, they reaped fabulous profits from the war. As the war increased, so what happened during that time, there was a demand of all kinds of goods. It reduced import from the countries into India, and that a new demand was being met by the Indian business houses. So what happened? These business groups now began to demand more opportunities for the development in the country. Many people from the village were forced to serve in the British army during the war. So exposure to the Allied lands helped them to understanding how they exploit the peoples being done by these colonial powers in other part of the world. So the Russian Revolution took place during in 1917. So news about the patients and workers struggle. So the idea of socialism also reached to our India, and these nationalists follow this spirit. Now, advent of the Mahatma Gandhi. Do you know Mahatma Gandhi came into India in 1950? So, from South Africa, because of this movement. Why? Because against some racial restrictions in South Africa. He had already become a respected leader. Gandhiji first wanted to understand that the people, the needs and the overall situations. So he spent his first year in India by traveling throughout the country, and he understand the people's, their needs and the overall situation. Do you know his earliest participation in local movements was like Champaran movement, Kheda and Ahmedabad, where he came into contact with the Rajendra Prasad and Vallabhbhai Patel. Rowlatt Satyagraha, when it will be happen? See, the Rowlatt Act was passed in 1919, and the act curbed some fundamental rights like the freedom of expression and strengthened police power. So Mahatma Gandhi, Muhammad Ali Jinnah and others felt that government had no right. It has no right to restrict the peoples from their basic freedoms. So Gandhiji appealed to all the Indian peoples to observe 6th April 1919 as a day of non-violent opposition to this act, a day of humiliations and prayer and hartal. So Satyagraha Sabha was set up to launch a movement. Do you know that Satyagraha turned out to first all Indian struggle against the British government, and there were a number of demonstrations and hartals in country, and the British government used some brutal measures to suppress these groups in India. Some examples you can see what type of brutal measures they had adopted to suppress these peoples. We will see the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre on 13th April 1919 was an example of such brutal measures. Rabindranath Tagore re-announced this knighthood in protest of this Jallianwala Bagh incident. Rowlatt Satyagraha tried to fight against this British entirely. Now, British, all the peoples will be united together, and they started to fight against this. Gandhi wanted that the Hindu and Muslims should support each other for these cause, and they will unite together. Now, the Khilafat agitations and non-cooperative movement. Do you know, after the First World War, a harsh treaty was imposed on the Turkish Sultan or Khalifa. Muslims wanted that Khalifa should be allowed to retain control over Muslim-scared places in the Ottoman Empire. So the leader of these Khilafat agitations, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, they wanted to associate with this non-cooperation movement, and during that time Gandhiji supported the Khilafat movement. During the year 1921-22, the non-cooperation movement gained momentum, and thousands of the students left government colleges, control schools and colleges, and they joined the movements. And many lawyers such as Motilal Nehru, C.R. Das, C. Rajgopalachari and Asaf Ali gave up their practices. Professionals gave up their jobs. British titles were surrendered. Legislatures boycotted. Foreign clothes and goods were destroyed. And now people's initiative, how it will be affected? Do you know the non-cooperation movement reminded non-violent at most of the places, but some peoples interpreted message of Gandhiji in their own manner. Like some people's initiatives were followed. What type of these? See this. In Kheda, Patidas patients organized non-violent campaign against the high land revenue demand. Next, liquor shops were picked in Andhra and Tamil Nadu. Some tribal poor patients stacked a number of forest satyagraha against the new forest law. Khilafat non-cooperation movement for enormous support in Sindh and Bengal. So this type of movement will be done during that time. The Punjab, the Akali agitations of the Sikh, they demanded to remove the corrupt Mahants from Gurudwara. In Assam, the tea garden laborers, they demanded a big hike in their wages, and in many folk songs of Assam, Gandhiji was referred to as Gandhi Raja. The people's Mahatma, how the image of Mahatma Gandhi. Sometimes the people thought that Gandhiji was a Messiah who could help them overcome their misery and poverty. Sometimes the people credited Gandhiji with their own achievement. At other time, using Mahatma name, tribals and patients undertook actions that did not come from to hit idealisms. What happened in 1922-1929? Do you know? In 1922-29, in February 92, a police station in Chauri Chaura was set up on fire by a crowd. 22 policemen were killed in this incident. As the non-cooperation movement, it turned to violent in some places, so Mahatma Gandhi called off non-cooperation movement. After that, Gandhiji followers wanted to take some constructive work in the rural areas, and through this they were able to extend their support. Chittaranjan Das, Motilal Nehru, they wanted to fight elections to the councils. Two important parties, Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh RSS and the Communist Party of India CPI, will be formed in the mid-1920. Do you know? The revolutionary leaders Bhagat Singh was also active in this period, and in 1927, the British government in England, they decided to send a commission headed by Lord Simon to decide Indian political future. Do you know when this commission arrived at was met with agitations and with banner saying Simon go back. The Congress now released to fight for Purna Swaraj, complete independence in 1929 under the presidency of Jawaharlal Nehru. The march to Dandi. Do you know in 1930 Gandhiji declared that he would lead a march to break the salt law. So Mahatma Gandhi and other nationalists believed that it was a sinful to tax on the salt. So an essential item for our daily use, Gandhiji and his followers, they marched over near about 240 miles from Sabarmati to the coastal town of Dandi, where they broke the government law by making salt from the seawater. So the Government of India Act in 1993, what it is prescribed that it was a provincial autonomy, and the government announced elections to the provincial legislature in 1937. So the Congress formed government in 7 out 11 provinces. Second World War broke out in 1939. So Congress leaders were ready to support the British. So in return, they demanded independence. After the war, the British refused the demand. The Congress minister resigned its protest. Now origin India at later. How? Do you know a new phase of movement popularly known as Quit India movement and initiated in August 1942. What happened? Under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, Gandhiji urged the people to do or die. Gandhiji and other leaders were jailed at once, but the movement spread in many areas of the people set up their own government, and by the end of 1943 near about 90,000 people were arrested and around 1,000 killed in police firings. In many areas, orders were given to machine gun crowds from airplanes. So the rebellion ultimately brought the British Raj to its knees, now toward independence and partition. So what happened later? So in 1940, the Muslim League moved a resolution demanding independent states for Muslims in which region? In northwestern and eastern areas of the country. So the resolution did not mention the partition or Pakistan. See, Demand for an independent state by the Muslims. What type of demand? See, from the late 1920, the League began to visualize the Muslims as a separate nation from the Hindus, and this nation was responsible for develop the tension between Hindu and Muslim groups in 1920 and 1930. So, the result of provincial election will be held in 1937. Now, the League that Muslims were minority, that is the main demand. So, the Congress reject the League desire to form a joint Congress League government in United Provinces in 1937. Now, the Congress failed in mobilizing the Muslims in 1930, and this allowed the League to widen its support. So, what happened? The Congress did well in the general constituency of the provincial election in 1946, but the League's success in seats reserved for Muslims was spectacular. Failure of cabinet mission. What the reason of this failure? So, in March 1946, 3 members of cabinet mission was sent to Delhi to suggest some suitable framework for independent India, but the purpose of the mission failed. What is the direct action day? So, what happened after the failure of this cabinet mission? The Muslims League decided to mass agitation for winning its Pakistan demand. It announced 16 August 1946 as Direct Action Day. What happened on this day? On this day, riots broke out in the Calcutta, which resulted in the death of thousands of people. By the March 1947, a violence spread to different parts of northern India. Do you know, millions of the peoples were forced to flee from their homes, tortured and killed. Women had to face untold brutalities during this partition. How the Pakistan will be formed? A new country was born, that is Pakistan. A new country, Pakistan, it was born. Many cities of India were changed due to partitions. Joy of independence intermingled with the pain and violence of the partition. So, you have seen in this topic that how we are under for near about 100 years under these colonial rulers, and how our peoples had fight against these colonial rulers, and in the last when we got independent, but India is divided into 2 parts. So, in this way we got independence country, that is India. Okay. On my dear student, in the next class I will take the next lesson, chapter 10. Thank you.